All right, what's up, CBN? Give us a few. We're gonna get this thing rolling in a little bit, y'all. All right, let's roll, y'all. What's up, CBN? So I already shared the video. This is the replay, but I'm just gonna do our little morning meetup like we usually do, Monday through Thursday morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time for Clean Biz Network members only. Um, if you're watching this right now on YouTube, every now and then I decide to share our morning meeting call with you guys on YouTube. So we may or may not get to the YouTube questions, but I'll definitely answer any questions that we got from Clean Biz Network members. Before we jump into the questions though, real quick, actually, let me make sure my audio is correct, and it is, okay. But anyway, all right, before we jump into it, announcements. You already know we start off with announcements. So we got a few new announcements today. First announcement is we have the ability to add friends now. So we didn't always have the ability to add friends, but now you can add friends here on the Clean Biz Network platform. All right. So if you click on somebody, actually, I'm friends with every single person already. So I don't have to add somebody as a friend, but if you click on somebody, you can go to their profile and you can visit it and actually add them as a friend. So you can see I'm already her friend. So I don't have to add, I'm everybody's friend on the platform, right? But definitely, if you find somebody interesting or if you want to interact with a particular person, make sure you definitely add them as a friend. All right. The next new announcement that we have is not only can you add people as a friend, but you can actually tag them, right? So you can use that add feature just like if you were on Facebook or Instagram. Let's just say I wanted to add Brandon, and then it might take a little while to pop up because we're on this Zoom thing. But you can actually add people now on here as well. So that's a new feature that we got. I'm gonna see if it'll finally load up if I wait a little bit. But anyway, you can do it. All right. Now, the only way you're gonna be able to add somebody is either A, they have to be your friend, or B, you have to have interacted with them. All right. So if you're not friends with them or you haven't interacted with them, and so I guess the most simplest way would be if you were um, like on a comment, like say we go to a post right here. We go to this one since it's right here. And I'm gonna put at, okay. And then it'll pop up, but for some reason, it's taking forever to pop up. But anyway, I literally just did this morning, y'all. So if it's a bug, it's a bug. But anyway, you can do it. It might just take a little while. But anyway, because I literally just did it earlier. All right. So that's another feature that we got now. So you can't, there it is. It finally popped up. All right. So it's, and you know what it is? Because I got so many friends that it's going to take mine a while to load up, right? But so the more friends you have, the longer it's going to take to load up, but you can't add people now. All right. But anyway, another feature that we have is, if you notice, I got a verified badge. Okay, so now we do have verified badges. So what this is these are people who have been verified, they're longtime CBN members, or they've taken, well, first I'll finish explaining the first part. So either A, they're longtime CBN members who I know for a fact know what they're talking about. So we made them verified members. So that way, if they make a comment, you know it's probably the real, right? Versus just some new person up here just talking and we don't know, you know what I mean, what their background is or anything, because everybody can pretend to be an expert, right? So we got verified badges for those people. It's typically going to be the people that I've done interviews with that I know for a fact that they actually run legitimate businesses. The other people who have badges are people who have taken the Clean Biz Automation program, because we know that if they made it that far and they passed that program, then they must know enough to scale a cleaning company, right? Because that's what we show you how to do in that program, all right? So that's the other update. And I think that is all of the announcements for today. In the future, you're going to see a lot more updates, a lot more improvements. We're getting better and better with this thing. What is it? The mobile app in particular is going to get a huge facelift. So I'm working on getting somebody to fix the ability to let us get notifications, right? So right now, you don't get push notifications to your phone if something happens. You do get an email every time somebody comments or anything like that, but now you actually get push notifications just like any other social media app. All right. That way you can stay locked in and know immediately when somebody's reaching out to you. But that's stuff that's coming in the future, but I'm working on it. All right. So other than those announcements, let's move on to the questions. So I said we got Denisha here. I said we got Taryn here. I said we got Miss Anna. Appreciate you joining in. We got Charlotte. If y'all got any questions, feel free to unmute yourself right now. And I guess we'll start with Denisha. Denisha was first, and we'll just go in order from there. Denisha, do you have anything? If so, feel free to unmute yourself now. If not, go for it.
Good morning, Adrian. I'm sorry. I didn't have a question, but now I do actually.
Okay.
So I just wanted to confirm if my subscription was the one that was removed. I think you said last call about those who were basically showing up not really subscribed. I just want to confirm because I'm not able to access mine.
Okay. Let me stop sharing real quick and I'm gonna look it up for you. Because I'm pretty sure, I know for a fact yours should be good because I know I gave you a verified badge too. So you should be good, but let me look it up and make sure though.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, and while I'm looking that up, feel free to chime in. I think Miss Charlotte might have been next. If you got something for me.
Yes, AJ, what do you think about the when you have those franchises reaching out to smaller businesses trying to do work with them?
As long as they, excuse me, as long as they're subcontracting it, then that's fine. But the only thing is, you just got to make sure that they allow you to at least see the job, because we all know that they're notorious for underbid contracts, right? So make sure you actually look at the job, and then based on the price that they're giving you, if you agree with that price, if you can do it for what they're trying to offer you for it, then go for it. You know what I mean? If the money makes sense and you want to get that experience, but if the money don't make sense, then I wouldn't do it. But I definitely want to buy a franchise. But I heard they are doing they subbing out some job now. So if you want to do it that route, then I go for it, as long as the money makes sense.
Yeah, they want to sub it out, but I told them that I don't agree with the no contest. You know, like where you sign off of the job.
Mm-hmm.
And
right, because basically they basically want you to blindly accept it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we ain't doing that. I wouldn't do that, me personally, because what they want to do is try to show you a number and get you to fall for it. My bad, I'm reading while I try to answer your question. But they want to show you a number and then just making show you that big number for the account. But it's like, who cares if it's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month if you're gonna be in there so long that you're not even profitable. So yeah, it sounds like you're on the right path. What I want to mess with it. I'm looking at your account now, Denisha. Oh, my bad. Were you done, Miss Charlotte, to answer the question?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. So I'm looking at your account now, Denisha. Everything look good on my end. Are you having issues?
I was, but I just got in, so thank you so much.
Oh, okay, perfect. Maybe it was okay. It was a temporary thing then, because you know what it is too. I noticed that a lot of people, when we were doing the updates, that's right. So I guess that's another announcement if you missed yesterday, right? But we did finally convert over from Calculated Clean officially to Clean Biz Network. So if you notice on my browser here, actually, let me share my screen again. So if you notice on my browser here, we officially converted 100% over from Calculated Clean to Clean Biz Network now. So when that happened, some people's accounts did get affected temporarily, but definitely double check if you were having issues, because a lot of the people who were having issues initially, I got ahead of the work and I hurry up and went and updated a lot of them anyway. So if you were having issues, definitely double check it. But I appreciate you for letting me know that, Denisha. Let's see what else we got. I think I know Anna. I think Anna's with me. That's my Anna, right? I don't think Anna got nothing. And then is that you, Anna?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I was able to attend.
Okay, thanks. And then we got Derek. What's going on? Actually, my bad. Before we get to Derek, Taryn, my bad. You got something for us today, Taryn?
Yes. Unrelated question, but how do we check how long we have on our membership, I guess? Because I had bought the course, I think in like April, but I literally signed the CBN maybe 4 or 5 days ago. So I didn't know that it was connected. That's why.
Exactly. So when you bought in, you probably bought, what did you get, the starter kit or you got just the course?
I think I got just the course, and I think the email rep said I had a year, but I never specified. Is a year from sign up or is a year from actually putting it in?
Is a year from the date that you signed up on this platform. Even if you there you go. So, and the way to check it too is if you go to my account right here, and you can do it on the app as well. But if you go to my account and if you go to subscriptions, it should show you right there everything that you got going on.
Subscriptions. Sorry, I appreciate it.
Yep, ain't a problem. All right, what else we got? Mr. Derek, you got something for us today? Feel free to unmute yourself.
No, I'm good, OJ. How y'all doing?
Okay, perfect. Appreciate that. Let's see here. All right, we're gonna roll into the questions in the group. And then I might not hold y'all long today. All right, let's see what we got. Narita Johnson says, I did a walkthrough a few weeks back on commercial business. I finally got a call back asking me to come in and meet the owner of the business to go over my proposal price that I submitted. I'm nervous about it. I don't know what to expect, and I'm wondering what he wants to discuss. Any of you guys had this happen? What's your thoughts? I mean, I can't say that. I was about to say I wouldn't be nervous, but I can't tell you not to be nervous, right? But I would just say this. So if anything, be excited, because I mean, obviously, sound like you about ready to move forward with you. You probably just either want to hammer down what your scope of work is and maybe tweak it a little bit, or B, most important, most likely, he want to talk about the price, right? So just be ready to negotiate with him, and before you go in, I already know what your bottom number is that you're not going below. This, you know what I mean? So if y'all got to discuss the price, I already know that ahead of time. And then anything else, you just there to really listen and see what his concerns are, get the deal signed, and pick a start date. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much that. Let me. Right, and Ms. Johnson got another question. She says, during your walkthrough while negotiating the deal, do you think it's okay to ask what's your budget? Absolutely. Definitely do it if you feel comfortable doing it, but you know, just kind of fill it out. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And some companies, if they really like you a lot, they'll share with you what they're already paying anyway. Some of them even give you the whole contract that they signed with the current company that they're with. So definitely, if you feel comfortable with asking, please do, because that'll help you out a lot. All right, then it looked like this might be the last question that we got. That's new. Yeah, there's all this from yesterday, but I'll still keep scrolling just in case I missed something. And then Ms. Johnson said again, as in commercial. All right, so you're a newbie as in commercial, but not to clean. Okay, I'm also clean Airbnbs. I have an attorney's office and a few residential accounts. I definitely need to transition into commercial as most of my Airbnb's bookings are slow. Okay. I'm not sure where to start here in CBN. I have some questions, but I can't find a group chat. And then she corrected herself and said, actually, she found it under community activity, which is she's on right now. So perfect. Okay, she's posted this in that part that you're asking. But just for FYI, for anybody who don't know, so when you first log in, right, it doesn't take you to this page. It actually takes you to, if we go to courses here, and I'm gonna open this in the second tab, it takes you to this page. You know why? Because this is what I want you to do first, right? Start with that starter course, okay? Go through every module. It's not very complicated. Really, the longest, driest parts of it is the website creation and the setting up your bookkeeping or your accounting software. After that, it's pretty straightforward. You know what I mean? So just definitely start with that first. And once you get that out of the way, then I would definitely practice with the calculators, the proposals, and then obviously you can use the network to ask any questions that you got. And then inside the course, I show you what our schedule is for the Zoom calls, as well as provide you with the link to join it. But as you can see, it's every Monday through Thursday right now. We might change it because I see we got some new members in. Somebody mentioned yesterday about possibly changing it because they got a day job. So we might go back to evenings, we might do a Saturdays, some, I don't know, we'll play with it and see what works for everybody. But either that, for now, it's Monday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So that'll be the other thing. So first, start with the course. Second, play with the tools that we got. I mean, the walkthrough feature as well, which is on the mobile app, but it's not on the web version. And then and holler us in the community, as well as join on these morning calls. If you got any questions, we here to help you. All right. And by the way, for anybody that's watching, so if you want to join, all you got to do is go to cleanbusinessnetwork.com, click on pricing, and you can see the plans that we got available for y'all. All right. So we got, and it come with everything, right? So as you can see, it come with the course, which this course used to be a $500 course. All right. Now we just said, you know what? Join the membership. I throw it in there for you because I don't really want to be a course selling guy no more. All right. What else we got? Networking community, you've seen that already. We got bidding calculators for all niches. We got unlimited proposal generators, unlimited walkthroughs you can create. So basically what I'm saying unlimited is because you got certain platforms out there that will limit you on how many you can make. We don't do that here. Okay, so you can make as many as you want to make. All right, so it's unlimited proposals, walkthroughs, unlimited inspections. You get access to our lead generation, and actually, I gotta update that. So you get access to lead generation now, whether you're in the group or out the group. The big difference is though, members get a 40% discount on leads. Okay, leads, if you're not a member of Clean Business Network, is $175 right now. If you're a member, you get it for $100. All right. So, and sometimes it goes on sale too, depending on if we get slow and we ain't got a lot of clients, we'll lower that price. All right. So it just depends. Invoice generator, so you can create your own invoices in case some of y'all might say, I ain't feel like setting up my accounting software. You might say it's just easier to use your invoice that you provide. So we got an invoice generator for you. You can order cleaning supplies right here on the platform. All right, we got coaching calls Monday through Thursday, like I said, and we actually have our own mobile app, so you don't have to sit there and keep trying to get on a laptop or on your computer. It's all here for you. All right, so if you want to join, definitely come here and join. You click here to preview the network, which will just show you this page, but a lot of the stuff is for members only, like this post for friends only. So you won't see everything when you preview the network. You only see what we make public to y'all. All right, because we don't get a whole game away. All right, now, if you decide you don't want to deal with either one of these plans, or you need equipment to go with it as well, get you a starter kit. Okay, we got 2 starter kits. Either you get one with leads or one with no leads. All right, the one with leads, 10 leads included, $119.99. One with no leads, $12.99. All right. If you get either starter kit, you get a year free to Clean Business Network, just like Taryn was just talking about. All right. So if you go ahead and get one of these starter kits, you automatically get 1 year free to the membership, no monthly subscription. All right. And then we got the Clean Business automation course and everything else here. Automation course is for advanced people. All right. So if you already in business, you ready to scale it, you already know how to send invoices, you already know how to get customers, you know all of that. What you're trying to do is automate it. I got you. Get the Clean Business Automation Program. Click on that. You learn more about that. And obviously, like I already told y'all, we got leads too. So just want to go over that for the YouTube watchers there, trying to figure out what all of this is. It basically covers everything that Clean Business Network is. All right. Let's see what else we got. Anybody else got anything else to ask before we wrap it up, though? Anybody thought of any new questions? Because I think we out of questions on the network, though. All right. I tell you what, I'll do YouTube a favor and see what they got going on over there. I'm gonna ask some questions from there in a minute. Oh, I found one. Here we go. Good day, everyone. This is from Marcus Bozeman says, good day, everyone. Can anyone give me some do's and don'ts for subbing out work other than other companies? Excuse me. Subbing work out to other companies or individuals in the cleaning industry. I'm happily receiving a large scale business and I don't have any employees, just a business partner and a few individuals who are making extra cash. So I need to contract some of this work out. Does anyone have any points? Let me see what Rosemary says. She says, I will call up some small businesses like yourself around the area. That's a good way to start. Another thing to do is simply post a job ad on Indeed, Craigslist, Facebook, Indeed. Did I say Indeed? I meant LinkedIn. That's another one, right? So either one of those. And just post, right? And then start taking interviews for them. Whether you want to do interviews or companies that are kind of differentiate how you will go about doing it. If you want to hire other companies, this is definitely basically it. Okay, but if you wanted to get like actual people, then excuse me, then you wanna do what I just said about posting it on these different job platforms, all right? And then as far as all of the forms that you're gonna need to have them fill out, is right inside the starter course. Go in the starter course and it'll cover everything on how to hire employees as well as how to hire 1099 subcontractors. All right, what else we got?
I got a question.
What's up, Taryn?
So is there like a list? Because like I never did cleaning before. So is there like a list of things that we can tell our client what we can do versus what we can't do, or extra, what's considered extra work? Like
Absolutely. So that's one of those things where it comes down to is your company. You know what I mean? So you can make up what's standard for you. Now, if you go to the proposal generator, which I'll pull it up real quick and just go to the basic office one. This basically covers what regular basic commercial cleaning is, right? So you got all of these here, but if you want to say, well, we don't offer fog and disinfectant, then you don't offer that, right? Or you can say, maybe disinfectant is included with all of your service every single time. That's up to you, right? So you can control like what you do and what you don't do. I know with me personally, like I was always said, I always stuck with basic janitorial service, right? Vacuum, dusting, dumping trash, wipe down, the basics, right? But I stayed away from strip and wax. I stayed away from carpet cleaning. I mean, I did some carpets, you know, man, I did a little bit of everything, a little bit, but for the most part, I would sub it out. And so what I would say is this: if you do want to limit it and say you don't want to do certain things, at least try to get you some partners that do, so that way you can not miss out on the money too. But if you don't want to touch it, then you gotta touch it.
But when this list right here, they would expect this basically, correct?
Excuse me.
This
You
list
said they
right
would
here,
expect
they
this.
would-
Right, for sure.
Okay.
And honestly, some places, depending on who you're dealing with, some places don't even expect all of this, like the dusting the baseboards, the spot cleaning the walls, the dusting and what. Like, it's some places that you can get away with simply dumping the trash, vacuuming, and going. I haven't seen it, and that's actually their scope of work. So it just depends. But ever since I've been doing business, and you know, my background, I've been with a few different franchises. All of them do all of this. And so I just stuck with the model that was taught to me.
So anything else outside of this list, they should assume it's extra anyway, right? Because it's
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And so another way to determine outside of this list, which I just realized I got to update this page, but anyway, so another way to determine like what should be included and what shouldn't be included outside of that list is I will use the special service calculator and then look at all of the different services we got listed here. You can tell like what's extra and what ain't. So you got to disinfect, the deep clean, post construction. I mean, all this different stuff. This is stuff that you wouldn't do as part of your normal routine. Like a lot of times people try to include windows, the exterior windows in there, and it's like, honestly, that ain't part of routine janitorial service. So that's another way to kind of compare it to.
Gotcha.
Yep. All right.
Appreciate it.
Ain't no problem. Shout out to Brandon Oil checking in, longtime CBN member, and make sure you definitely go check out his newest interview, that gent with fire, as well as the original one, which this is the thumbnail for that video too. All right, and I think this time I really am caught up to all the questions. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to YouTube and check y'all out, see what y'all talking about over there. Did I closed them out? I ain't even closed them out, but that's all right because I got them right up here. All right. What y'all talking about, YouTube? Y'all got some stuff for me? All right, Derek, appreciate you checking in. He said, do I still do one-on-one consultations? I do, but it just don't make sense to get one. If I'm honest, like, why would you do a one-on-one consultation when you can just join Clean Business Network for $49 versus paying the, I don't know how much I charge, but I know it's like 100 and something, I think, for a one-on-one. And then depending on how long you get it might be more than that. But so just join Clean Business Network. As you can see, we don't get a ton of members on the call every morning. Just hop on the call and ask whatever you want to ask. And not to mention, most of the questions you got probably answered in the course or on the network by somebody else. So to me, it don't make sense to do the one-on-one, but if you want to do the one-on-one, I do them. And the link to it is right here in the description. Schedule one-on-one with me. There it is. So what else we got? AJ, I'm getting notified about the Zoom on your YouTube, but not through my email. I'm trying to think about. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember if Desiree is a member or not. I believe she is, and that's why she's saying that. So Desiree, what you got to make sure you do is go to and log into your actual Clean Business Network account. If you don't know how to do it, or you lost access, or you can't remember what the login is, email support@cleanbusinessnetwork.com and we'll get your account straight. What else we got? Gideon A-Frame says, how do you go about bidding for houses? Example, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Just simply use the bidding calculator in Clean Business Network. That's the best thing I can give you right now. What else we got? Street Winner said, what are some good sales pitches to say in the email? I won't give you that right now, but to make it simple, just simply, all right. I'm trying to say it as simple as possible. Once you figure out who's in charge, just simply let them know that you got a salesperson in their area on a particular date. And yeah, I'm only answering your question half-assed because you ain't in Clean Business Network. And this supposed to be the Clean Business Network call. All right, what else we got? D-Trice says, the live for 1029, is that for new businesses? I don't remember what I did on. Oh, damn. So yes, that is for new people. I forgot all about that. I got a webinar coming up that it won't be free. So basically what I'm doing is I'm teaching the cleaning business starter course live, okay? And actually, I should put this on that webinar link. But if you come here to the courses, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna literally sit there and I'm gonna go through the course with you live. And I don't know how long it's gonna take. We might be sitting there for 5 hours or 8 hours. I don't know how long it's gonna take because I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna try to answer as many questions as I can too on the live. And we're gonna watch it. And some of the parts that's like, I feel like I can reteach it better now. I'm just gonna reteach it to you live on that webinar as well. So if you're interested in that, you can go to livecourse.cleanbusinessnetwork.com and do that. And as a matter of fact, I'll drop that here. Yeah, and so basically again, so like a lot of times we're gonna be sitting there, we're gonna be watching the course together. But like I said, there's certain situations to where I hope I did that right. It's certain situations where it's like, you know what, let me just go ahead and reteach this part. I'm gonna teach it live on that thing. So this is the link to sign up for that if you're interested. It's $197. What else? You can opt to get your starter kit with it too. After you buy it on the first page, it's gonna be a second page to pop up and say, hey, you want to get the special offer on the starter kit too. You can do that. What else I was about to say on that? Is it going to be a replay on it? I don't know how I'm gonna do the replay, because what I was thinking about doing, maybe I'll do one live one every single month, or I could just let the replay play again, and then those who bought it, they always have access to it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, honestly. But the truth of the matter is, if you're already in Clean Biz Network, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could still use it, because what I say on that webinar might be way better where it's gonna be, obviously, but it'll be more, I guess, interactive or better explanations than what's available in the network, because it's me saying it fresh. But I don't know. I'm still playing with how I'm gonna do it yet. But regardless, I think if you buy it, then you'll definitely should have access to the replay of it. So I don't have it automated to set up and send it to you yet, but I will make sure everybody get it after the webinar is done. I probably set up before then, because we ain't doing it to the 29th, so I'll probably come up with something. All right, I appreciate you, D-Trax, for asking about it, because I almost forgot all about that. Is cold calling dead? Absolutely, positively not. I got like 30-something cold calls working for me right this very moment. Okay, and we setting appointments. That's how our lead generation service works. Okay, what else we got? I think that's it, y'all. So we got all the questions on YouTube. We got all the questions on the network. I'm gonna refresh those, because I remember yesterday somebody was commenting while we was on, and I missed it. Oh, hey, Mike, my bad. What's going on, Mike? I see you just joined us.
Hey, man, not much. How you doing?
All right. What you got for me?
So I have a question. Using the calculator on a commercial clean, how would I price out deep cleaning versus, standard? Do I just slow down the production rate?
Yeah, that's really either that, or you can. I really don't have a straight answer for you on that, to be honest with you. And the reason why is because the person who taught me how to be it didn't have a straight answer for me. All right, but I can tell you this. So slowing down the production rate is really the answer. But then I guess the question becomes, well, what do you slow it down to? I always say this. Deep cleans typically take double the time. So whatever you would have typically went on the production rate, go half of that. And then if that seems like, and then the way you check it is if you come down to the estimated hours to clean, then if that don't make sense to you, like let's say, for example, you put in 10,000 square feet, right? And then if you come down here, you put your tons in, let's just say it's 30 tons. And then it's telling you it's gonna take about 4.5 hours to do it. Speaking of that, I gotta show y'all something. If it's telling you it takes about 4.5 hours to do it, and then you like, all right, let me cut that in half because it's a deep clean. My bad. And you come down here again, you can see the time doubled a little bit, or close to it anyway. See, I don't like it's exactly double unless my math is wrong. But anyway, if that don't look right to you, then you just override it. All right. So maybe you're like, well, I think it's gonna take 10 instead of 8, right? But it's kind of exactly what you said. You know what I mean? Decrease your production rate, and then obviously use your common sense combined with it as far as the time you think it's going to take to clean.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
No problem. Excellent question though. And then also that reminded me of something Miss Charlotte said. Charlotte on here now, you are on here now. I think that was Colette that said it. She's a genius. Okay, she was saying she just wanted to confirm regarding the production rate. It's 0.60 mean 36 minutes and 1.24 mean an hour and 14 minutes. You're absolutely right. And honestly, when I was putting this calculator together, I had to do so much Googling because I guess I wasn't paying attention enough in school to know how to convert these decimals into time. But I figured it out to build the calculator though. But sometimes I forget how to convert it. But I was able to look at what she put and automatically know, because obviously if it's 0.5, that means 30. So I know she's somewhere around the mark. I'm sure you just take this number and divide it by 60 or something like that. But either way, she right. You know what I mean? So I wanted to point that out. So when people be looking at the calculator and they be trying to figure out what the time means, so the calculator tell you it's gonna take, where is it? Oh, just because I override it. Let's put something new in there. So the calculator tell you it's gonna take 6.75 hours, then you know that's really 6 hours and what, 6 hours and 45 minutes. There we go. All right, so you just got to convert your decimals to time. All right, just wanted to make sure I explained that. And since I had a little more time, I'll come back over to YouTube real quick and check on y'all before we go.
I'm gonna have more questions for you when I
What you got, Terry?
able to start doing it.
No, you first. What's up? What you got?
I said I'm gonna have more questions for you when I'm actually able to start
Oh,
the
okay.
business. I can't do it till later this year, so I mean later this month.
No problem. I tell you what, you're gonna be ready though, because you active. You know what I mean? That's definitely one of the keys for sure. Oh, and my bad. I ain't even see you there, Ms. Lauren. I hope everything is good. Did you got any questions for us while you were here? And you would have to unmute yourself if you are talking. All right, cool. She might just be listening in. I know a lot of people be at work too, and they just be listening. All right, what else we got?
Hey, AJ, I have another question.
What's up, Mike?
So I had a bid for a smaller commercial place.
Yep.
It was about, let's just say 1,800, mostly carpet,
Okay.
around 15 tons. So it was a smaller job. He wanted to clean one time a week.
Okay.
So I think my bid came under like 200. How do you price? You know, you said kind of referred back to the minimum charge rate. How would you kind of price that out?
I love that question too. So minimum charge rate is basically going to be your in-house minimum that you require to come out to even do a job. So say, for example, how long do you think it's going to take to do that job right there? Even without the calculator, off the top of your head, how long do you think it'll take one person to do it?
Say I'm new to the business. I'd say an hour and a half at most.
Dang, you're probably right. Okay, so you said it was how big again? 1,800 for 2,000, right? So it shouldn't take you no more, but anywhere between an hour and 2 hours for all those one time a week small buildings like that. That's almost it every time. Really, sometimes some of them are so easy you can really finish in about 45 minutes, depending on once you get your system rolling and everything. So with that being said, what I typically do is I break it down to simple math. I do a basic calculator and not the actual clean business network calculator. All right, so what you could just simply do is, okay, how much do you usually pay your people an hour? We'll say 15, right? Or
Yeah, 15.
Okay, so 15 an hour. We'll say it's gonna take them 2 hours, so we'll pay them $30 a visit, 30 times 5. That's the maximum time they can go in a month. 150 a month, and I'm charging 300. 300 gonna be my minimum for monthly. Once a week building. All right. It used to be 250, but now everything's going up. But you just got to figure out what your in-house minimum is. But that's all you do. Just basically do basic math on it. All right, 2 hours. And it's like you said, you thinking about an hour and a half, which I promise you probably right.
Okay.
Always round up, because since I was paying my people as contractors and they were getting paid a flat rate, well, we got to base that flat rate off of something. You know what I mean? So what I base it off of is an hourly rate, which in this case would have been $15 an hour. And then how long I think it should take to clean, multiply that by, all of the stuff. And there you go. You got the monthly rate that I'm paying them every single month. So that's what I would do. And then typically if you for once a week accounting that small, you typically can just double whatever your overhead cost is, and that'll be the price you charge to the customer. Because the smaller the bit, it's just like how, like, for example, houses have better profit margins than commercial, but commercial got bigger checks. So With the smaller buildings, you're gonna have better profit margins, but it just be a smaller check. So just keep that in mind as well.
Okay, got it. That makes sense. Thank you.
No problem at all.
Quick question based off that. So do you have like, it seems like you have ballpark numbers based off the square footage on how long it'll take. Do you kind of have a list of that, or can I just get a couple just to keep to the side?
So I don't really, so my ballpark, so all right. So for once a week accounts, I do only because it's just in my head. Like what I just worked out, I'm going off for 2 hours. I'm paying somebody $15 an hour, 15 times 2. You know what I mean? So that's the only time I really got ballpark numbers. But when it comes to like the bigger ones, I'm using the calculator.
No, I mean like based off the square footage, like you said 2,000 square footage is probably gonna take an hour and a half. Like those type
of so that goes back to the production rate. How many square feet can you clean per hour? And so you don't know it because you're brand new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you really won't be able to get that until you get the actual cleaning experience. That's all it is. So I know from anywhere from 4,000 would be my max of like when I stop playing with ballpark numbers. I actually need to calculate, but up to 4,000 square feet, we probably can knock that out. Depending on it, got to be an easy 4,000 square foot building though. You know what I mean? Because a larger 4,000 square, like a 4,000. All right, because that's another thing too. Why, like people ask me why I don't buy just a square footage, and the reason is because you got to think about this. If you got a 4,000 square foot, all marble floor building with glass fixtures everywhere, they want it all dusted. You got, all type of stuff. Then you got this other 4,000 square foot building, and there's a bank. It's all carpet. They barely dump anything in the trash. The time on this will probably take half the time as the other one, and they both 4,000 square feet. So I forgot why I even told you that. Anyway, I think the point I was trying to make was, when it comes, all right, back. So up to 4,000 square feet is when it stops with me having those ballpark numbers. But basically, really what it is not necessarily that I got a ballpark number because it's square footage. What it really is I got an idea based off of the time it's going to take. That's really more so what it is.
Appreciate it.
Yep. All right, what else we got? Anybody else before we go to the YouTube people?
Yes, Age, I have a quick question. When is the meeting for the automation group?
We're going to be there tomorrow. What's today? Yep, tomorrow. And it's going to be same time, 4 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
No problem at all. I can't wait to talk to y'all too, because I'm anxious to see what y'all got going on. I know y'all got some updates for me. All right. Shout out to Trace or Treese. I'm sorry if I said it wrong, but you got your confirmation, so I appreciate you. And I'll talk to you on the 29th when we live. All right, what else we got? Yeah, Ellis Berry said cold calling definitely not dead. It ain't. And I know, like, for example, I thought that email marketing was dead until I sat there and watched my wife do it the other day and she got sales. You know what I mean? Or I sit there and I see people actually opening emails from companies, and I didn't know what people do because I don't really open them. You know what I mean? But really, when I think about it, I guess it do work because I damn sure opened one from American Express the other day, and I got a card not too long ago. So yeah, I guess it do work. But yeah, I always try. Like I was telling Taryn yesterday, when it comes to marketing, my answer is yes. Like don't even ask, do you think this is a good idea? It's always just, oh, and that reminded me too, yesterday you was talking about doing a free job, right? And I just want to piggyback on that because I forgot I did that. You know what I mean? I didn't do it for a customer though. And I remember I was like, I didn't do that, but I actually did do it. I did it for a prime contractor who eventually, she was like a mentor to me, Miss Radonna Grace. I cleaned for her for free. And honestly, when I called her and asked her, could I work for her? I didn't really know if it was gonna be free or not, but we never discussed pay or nothing. So I just rolled with it. I was like, shit, I hope she paid me, but if she do, if she don't, it's cool too, because I really just want to work. I couldn't believe she really didn't pay me, but the bottom line was she took me under her wing. And she the reason I even learned how to do subcontracting, because she subcontracted to me. You know what I mean? And a lot of other things that she was able to teach me too. So definitely don't be scared to do whatever you got to do sometime just to get your foot in the door for sure. All right, what else?
I got another question. This may be a dumb question, but
no.
How do you know, like when you're walking in there and you're quoting the job, how do you know if it's going to take more than one person to do the job? Because from what I imagine, you're doing it overnight, so the company's closed anyway. So does it really matter if you have 1, 2, 3, if you can get the job done before they come in the
That's a
first place?
great question too. So the way I used to do it was, I guess, to first, I'll answer your question straight, and then I'll tell you how I used to do it. So what to determine that is the time it takes to clean. And so if you got a window between, let's say, 6 o'clock in the evening, because they close at 5 and they say you can come by 6 after everybody out, and 6 in the morning before they come back in, you got that 12-hour window to get it done. If the building is big enough, the calculator might say it's gonna take 12 hours to do it. Well, you don't want somebody in there and if it's gonna take them 12 hours for one, ain't nobody work. So it's like you kind of just do the math, right? So that's the straight answer, right? Do the math. If it's gonna take more than the allotted time, you're gonna need multiple people. But the way I used to do it also is, if it's a questionable building, or if you're going multiple times a week, and what I mean by questionable is, let me try to explain that better. If it's a building to where I know the chances are higher that somebody ain't gonna show up, I need multiple people in there. So that way, if one of the partners don't show up, at least the other one can cover it on their own by that day. And if the other person don't come in, the person that came in just get their half of the money for that day. I would just prorate it. But that was the way I pretty much figured it out. And again, obviously you combine that with the first thing I said too, about the time it's gonna take, and make sure that, you know what I mean, is enough, it makes sense. Now you do got different situations too, where they want day porters. I don't know if you ever heard of that term before. Or it ain't actually always day either, just be porters in general, but it's typically day porters. And what that means is they want y'all to come for a set amount of hours and be there basically as like their janitors. So in that situation, typically the customer would tell you how many people they want. And so they make it easy for you in those cases.
How often does that happen, that they want that instead of just getting it clean?
I ain't had many of them. I had one contract with a day porter, but I guess it really just depends. And honestly too, if that happens, that's gonna be big contracts, and I would love to have them. Anytime I can get a chance to get that, I would get it, because it's easier to staff those to me, because it's usually Monday through Friday and it's usually daytime. And a lot of people with the evening jobs, they're cool because it's good part-time work. But if it's the part-time work, then it's kind of hard to get your people to take it as serious, right? But if you got a day porter job where they there full-time, they getting this big check, it's a lot easier to get them to buy into the system and take it serious, because that's their main income source.
Guys, appreciate it.
Yep. All right, what else we got? I tell you what though, this your second day on the call, you ask fun questions, you keep us going. You keep the call going. All right, what else we got? Let me see, it's 11:15. All right, I'll roll a little bit longer. All right, what else we got? I haven't started my actually, did I skip anybody? I didn't. Okay. I got my company yet. I haven't started my company yet, but I bought the course, and I thank you, AJ Simmons. I appreciate that, David Lee. Ellis Barry said, I already said that. Just bought my virtual ticket. Appreciate that. I talked to you. All right. And morning, AJ, does your CBN network able to help me with doing my taxes for my business, as well as walk me through the steps to officially start my business from getting the LLC EIN? So it definitely, so I got the steps on how to get your LLC EIN number and all of that. That's the first section of the course called Get Legal. All right. As far as doing taxes, we don't help you do taxes. We ain't no tax company, but what we do is we help you get in a position to make doing your taxes easy. So that's why, even though this is a program for helping you start and grow your cleaning company, I had to include that bookkeeping part in there, because you basically don't got no company if you ain't got your books together. You know what I mean? So that's why I show you that. So as long as you're doing your books or paying somebody else to do it, taxes should be as simple as doing the W-2 taxes, because you just literally take your end of year statements that your tax preparer prepared for you, or that your accountant software prepared for you. Either you did your books and you just take it over to your tax person and they can do it, or you can do it yourself if you're comfortable with doing it yourself. That's up to you. I can't tell you what to do on that, but no, we don't tell you how to do taxes or help you with them, but we definitely help you get in a position to make taxes as easy as possible. And I also even refer you to who I use from my bookkeeping and taxes as well inside the course. What else we got? AJ is, oh, we already got that one already. 29th, I just want you to know, because it can be a problem for us. Good. Wait a minute. Thank you for that. Yeah, I need to look that up. So What is it? Never mind, I'll find it, but I appreciate you letting me know, but it's definitely the 29th though. I want to do it on a Saturday, so that way everybody can have a fair chance to join. I started to do it on a Friday evening, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna let y'all chill. Now I'm in on a Friday, so but we're gonna do it on Saturday. All right, what else we got? I hit no, I already read that. Got my email, perfect. Miss Van Tressa, OG of the Clean Biz Network says, good morning, AJ. At what point did you decide to start charging for your consultant? Now, okay. All right, let's talk about that, right? I think you're qualified, just in case you're wondering that, Ms. Van Tressel. But here's the thing, right? I don't even know how I want to begin with this. This is fun. All right, so you know how I got those verified checks now on Clean Biz Network? That's another alley oop for y'all to, I think everybody should diversify their income, right? Like, all right, I'll tell you how I started consulting. I never, ever, even now claim to be the guru. And as a matter of fact, I still have imposter syndrome, right? It's like, who the hell am I to tell y'all? You know what I mean? Especially when I got guys who I know, shout out to my guy, Ricky Regalado, he running with $14 million company over there. And he ain't even offering consulting. So why the hell, like what qualifies me, which he is about to now? You know what I mean? You have to, anyway. But yeah, so, but here's what I learned. I forgot who taught me this, but basically, you're qualified to do it as long as you know more than whoever you're teaching and they actually want to pay you to do it. It's as simple as that. So you qualify now for 100%. You in business, you're doing it. That's why I always try to, for a long time, I always try to keep it at starting a cleaning company. Because I've done that. You know what I mean? I've done that many a times over again. As a matter of fact, I had a couple of different cleaning companies. So then when it went to, okay, well, damn, I know how to hire these cold callers. I know how to get clients. So then I taught that, right? Then I was like, oh, damn, I know how to run a business with a system in place and I ain't got to be there. So I'm running it remotely. So I teach that, but I try to watch who I teach that to because I don't want no people coming in thinking they're going to do that. Me personally, I don't think that's a good idea, especially not in commercial, but I know it's people out there that teach that. That's good for them, but I just ain't trying to set myself up like that. But anyway, but yeah, bottom line is you qualified. And I think anybody is qualified to teach anything as long as they know enough about it. And if you don't know, say you don't know, just like I do. All right, what else we got? Appreciate you, Reed. Ain't no problem. And other than that, y'all, we're gonna wrap it up here. I don't see no more questions on YouTube. I think we got everybody in Clean Biz Network. Thank y'all. We will talk to y'all tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. If you want to be on the call and talk to me live, just like Taryn did and Denisha did and Mike did or Charlotte did or Lauren had the chance to, then you can join us in Clean Biz Network. So go to cleanbiznetwork.com, click pricing, and you can join us, or you can just order a starter kit and then to get you a free year to the Clean Biz Network as well. I'm AJ Simmons. I will talk to y'all in the morning. Thank y'all.
Thanks.